Hi, I'm Stavros. Good morning and welcome back to another truck video. So I have with me today the Mercedes-Benz Actros. This is the 1845. So we've got 450 horsepower in this tractor unit. Now some of you will remember the last Mercedes-Benz Actros I videoed. That was the 2545. So the exact same power output, but that cab was not only narrower, but it was lower to the ground than this 1845. So yeah, this features the flat floor on the interior, so plenty of space inside in this cab. So what I'll do is I'll show you all around the outside first, then we'll have a look at the interior features, and then we'll be getting hooked underneath a trailer and see what this 1845 Mercedes-Benz Actros is like on the road. Okay guys, let's go. So as we check out the exterior design then of the Actros, I quite like it at the front. I think it is a nice piece of design. We have the three-pointed Mercedes star prominent there on the front of the grille, and the headlamps there, they almost look like the truck is smiling. What do you guys think of the exterior of the Actros? I think it looks good. Let's just have a look at some more features on the exterior. We have our DRLs, the daytime running lamps, LEDs, with the fog lamp there beside, and we have the nicely shaved headlamps with these little chrome pieces, and we have our air curtains, your air deflectors on the front of the truck, just to make all the air flow more efficiently all around the exterior of the Actros. And we have the sun visor above the windscreen, and also two air horns up on the roof, and I'm just going to show you the fold down steps. So you would stand on them to clean your windscreen, and you would hold on to those little grab handles. And we also have the wide angle mirror on the top there as well. So yeah, I'm just going to close up these little steps, and I have the grille already opened just by little buttons there. So you will see straight away the truck was originally blue and resprayed silver for Rory Lynch transport. We have our coolant bottle there, and you top up your oil right here. So there is no oil dipstick, it's just an electronic gauge on the dashboard, and that is how you would monitor your oil level. So close that up, and I'll just show you down here. This is a distinctive feature. You see these flaps, they open and close according to how much air is needed to cool the radiators. So yeah, you don't often see that on trucks, but it is on the 2016 Actros. So moving along, we have the full air deflector kit, just to keep things all aerodynamic, hooked up to your trailer and cut down on fuel costs. And we'll have a look at the engine inside, the straight 6-cylinder diesel engine. Now it's all open here at the back, which is good because it gets all that hot air out, because these engines get very hot, especially during the summertime. As all you drivers will know, when you're hooking and unhooking trailers, when you're standing around this area, it gets very hot. Yeah. So anyway, moving along, we have the two steps up into the catwalk that are recessed into the fuel tank. We have a big fuel tank on this side and a smaller one on the driver's side. And look at this. We have the AdBlue tank is attached to the fuel tank. So you don't often see that on trucks. But yeah, it is here on the Actros. So I don't think I've seen that on a truck before, where it's actually attached to the fuel tank. And I just have a quick look at the mirrors. I wouldn't be 100% happy with them. Hopping inside and looking at them, they could be wider and better designed, but yeah, I'll just show you more about that when we hop inside. We have the super single wheels there on the front. So opening it up, because I just want to show you the locker area on the passenger side. So we have 4 steps leading up into the cab, not 3 like on the previous Actros I drove. So you'll see completely flat floor. So let's just open up the locker area. Can I press that? Yeah, it takes 2 clicks to get it opened. So you'll see BlueTech Euro 6 specification. And yeah, big locker area on this side I'd be very happy with the amount of space in there. And let's close that up, and I just wanted to show you this. We have a lower locker area, and it's only on the passenger side. There isn't one on the driver's side because of the air intake. Yeah, so great amount of space in there also. So let me just click that up and get it closed. So yeah, it's very good for locker areas on the exterior of the cab. So just moving around to the rear, just normal rear lamps, bulb lamps, no LEDs or batteries are located underneath that cover, and your air tank. And let's have a quick look at the chassis area. We have 4 airbags on this back axle, so it should be very comfortable on the road. We'll see how it is. And also that second fuel tank, as I said already. And we have this big filter box area here on the chassis. It takes up so much space to meet all Euro 6 compliance on the engine. But yeah, let's just open up the driver's side and have a look. So normally 4 steps, obviously on this side as well. And I'm just going to show you a quick look at this locker area. Yeah, it's almost identical to the size of the one on the passenger side. And we even have this net for holding items. So you wouldn't really see that on trucks either. So good to have that. And your door card storage in there, and also storing your bottle. And we have a little lamp there, and also a lamp down here as well for hopping up onto your cab. So left foot first, straight up into this Actros. Very good. And we also have adjustment there on the seat, and electrically heated, and also your remote control for the back axle. So let's just hop in and see what this cab is all about. So the bed area, it is a good width. Now I did lie on it earlier just to test it out. I wouldn't be too happy with how firm it is. It is quite firm. Look up here, guys. We have the Mercedes-Benz on the top bunk. So yeah, nice to have that. Now also I want to show you this. So you would not often see this on trucks at all. Now you see the night heater function there, so keeping your cab nice and toasty at night. There's also one up here for the top bunk. So when was the last time you saw that on a truck? I don't remember seeing that before. There's usually always only one. Plenty of storage areas for storing all your items up here, and also over here. All have lamps in them, and your grab handle there on this side. And also both seats have armrests. So yeah, even your passenger will be nice and comfortable sitting on that seat. And yeah, see how wide the seat is as well on top. Very good. And as I showed, you can lift that up just to get even more space walking around your cab. So that is your dashboard design. Quite nice, not too bad. A piece of design from Mercedes. And you have plenty of storage area down there, and this nicely designed drawer that folds out. Now you see the way it's angled, so when the driver is sitting in the seat, he's not pulling it straight, he's pulling it at an angle. So that is attention to detail. I like that. And moving along, we have our fleet board. This is the satellite navigation, and also monitors information on the performance of the truck. If I move up here, you'll also see the fleet board system. So the driver would have a card, he would stick his card in, and Mercedes, if you break down, you can just press a button there and it will monitor Mercedes-Benz's breakdown service, and they'll know who you are and where you are by this fleet board system. Very handy to have. And that is your CB and your tachograph and all your lighting here, and that's for lighting up the Mercedes-Benz star on the grille. So nice to have that. And that is for opening up your sunroof, and also storing areas up above there as well. So anyway, the mirror design, it should be wider. That top mirror, I would wish that that was wider. Also the wide angle mirror, I wouldn't be too happy with that. But yeah, I've seen better designs, but at least you can see through the pillar and the mirror. So I would be happy with that. And plus, they shouldn't all be one piece. there should be area to look in between the wide angle mirror and the big mirror. So why is that all one piece? It kind of reminds me of the MAN. But yeah, the MAN was definitely worse because the mirror was too close to the pillar. But at least you can see out between this one. So yeah, just another piece of design that I always look out for on trucks. But let's just hop into the driver's seat and have a look at all these interior features. And that is our key. Simply unlock and lock, and we can open the doors manually if we wish. So I'm just going to slot it into the ignition because I want to give you guys a quick sound of the engine. So a couple of revs here. Yeah, that is the Actros. Onto our display then. We have the speedometer there on the left, fuel gauge underneath, information display, and for our gears we're in neutral obviously, and we have our rev counter, AdBlue gauge. So let's just move in here and show you some of the functions. So you'll see we achieved 9.1 miles per gallon over 123,000 kilometers. That's an okay average, but yeah, could be better. But anyway, moving along, we have our air pressure gauges, temperature gauge, and our oil gauges. And you can change the language on the screen if you wish by that function. So yeah, nice information display on the Actros. And that's all operated by these functions on the steering wheel. And over here we have the buttons for the cruise control and your phone. And over here, electric windows, electric mirrors, heated, and one touch and your electric windows go up automatically, and it works the same going down. So I like that. Let's just turn off the ignition. Now over here we have an electrical socket over there, and this is your fleet board screen. So we have satellite navigation and various other functions on that screen. So yeah, it's a big enough screen. I like that. Over here we have our radio control, mini USB, auxiliary input, air conditioning controls, and down here we just have a few buttons to go through. Now this is for the manual regeneration of your diesel particle filter. So the truck will do it automatically, but it might prompt you to do a manual regeneration, and that will take anything up to 30 to 60 minutes. And that's operated by your manual regeneration of your diesel particle filter, and for leveling off your back axle and your differential lock. And this is your rocking free function. So if you are stuck in bad terrain and you want to rock the truck, you press that and it will rock it, hopefully out of a tricky situation. And we have our hill hold function, and the stability control assist is operated there. And up here we have a button for our cooler box. Now I'll show you that cooler box shortly. And down here we have cup holder, handbrake, two more cup holders, and more storage down there. So let's just move over here and give you a look at the cooler box. So it's a pretty good size. You'll see it goes right in at the back there. So yeah, I'd be happy with the cooler box. And over here we have more storage. So it goes right in at the back, and also another area here. Yeah, that is pretty good. And I have these open here, so you do have covers inside for your outside. Let's just press that down. It does go down. I just have the seat back a bit. But yeah, that is just handy covers for covering in your lockers. So that is basically what the inside of the Actros is all about. I think it's time to sit into this seat, get hooked underneath that trailer, and hit the road. Let's go. Right, off we go. Yeah, the gear changes, let me see. Yeah, they could change a bit quicker. Go again. Yeah, the gear changes need to change faster in this Actros. Yeah, they're about the same speed as the old generation Scanias. Changing gear. So I'm just going to test that mirror on the left hand side, see what it's like at this T junction. And yeah, it's okay. It could be better though. Looking through both mirrors. And just wait for this car to pass and make our way out on the test drive. So we don't have a lot of weight on. There's only a few ton on this trailer, so unfortunately can't find a heavy trailer. But just powering it up here now. Yeah, it would be nicer if those gear changes were faster, definitely. The pitching on the cab, let's just give it a rock. Yeah, it definitely does pitch too much. I find that it's kind of rocking a bit much. And we have an R series Scania there pulling into the industrial estate. But I'm just going to go around this roundabout now and see what that cab is like again. Yeah, it could be better. It is rocking a fair amount. But one of the drivers was telling me, who drives this truck regularly, that he doesn't really like the gearbox, that the gear selector did give him problems. He had to get it changed, the gear selector, so it went up through the gears okay, but when the gear selector went, it wouldn't go down through the gears, so he had to go down through the gears manually using the gear selector. So that was a bit of a shame. And funnily enough, Rory Lynch also has a 2014 Actros, and that gear selector in that truck also gave trouble, so that had to be replaced around 100,000 kilometers. Or now when you're coming up to a roundabout, the driver was telling me as well that it doesn't change gear fast enough to set off from the roundabout. So if you're looking for a gap and you're coming up to the roundabout and you think, yeah, that's my gap, and you go for it and it just goes dead because it's in the wrong gear. Yeah, so as I said, it needs to change faster, the gearbox. But that is the big complaint that the driver has, just going into roundabouts. Sometimes you can find yourself in the wrong gear rolling up. So yeah, let's just make our way out onto the dual carriageway and onto the motorway and see what this truck is like on the interior for noise, the noise levels. So I'll get it up to 80 kilometers and we'll set it there at 80 with our cruise control and get it back down a bit and see what it is revving in at 80 kilometers. So it's just coming in there at around 1100 RPM at 80 kilometers. Yeah, just around 1100 RPM at 80 kilometers. So as you've seen already, we are achieving around 9 miles per gallon. Yeah, it would be good if it was better, obviously. All these trucks need improving on fuel consumption figures, but it's not too bad for 450 horsepower. So this truck develops 2,200 Newton meters of torque, and if you're into your kilowatts, that is 330 kilowatts of power developed in the 450 horsepower straight 6-cylinder diesel engine, the 12.8 litre diesel. So just cruising away nicely here, and it is comfortable on the back axle. I can definitely notice that it is comfortable with the 4 airbags. Yeah, there's always wind noise around this area of all the trucks, and I'm getting it here now. And it's not really that windy outside today, so yeah, we're getting an awful lot of it around this area. But look, that's what trucks are like to drive. You just have to expect that. They're certainly not like cars. Completely different ball game, boys. But yeah, I can definitely notice I'm sitting higher up than the other Actros. Definitely the seating position is a lot higher. But it's great to have all this space in the cab, isn't it? Just to be able to walk around. And I'll just show you those blue lights. We have these little blue lights I forgot to show you. I'll show you them when we get back, built into the roof. The ambient lighting. So yeah, I'm just going to turn off the motorway now and we'll test the exhaust brake. So we have a 3-stage exhaust brake, and just to see how powerful that is, because the guy that drives this, he reckons it's pretty good for an exhaust brake. So no retarder, we just use our exhaust brake to slow down. So as before, we can go up through our gears manually, and we're oh yeah, we can also go into eco roll mode. So the minute you take your foot off the accelerator, it will go into eco roll mode, if the conditions allow, of course. But there you go, we're pretty much into neutral and we're saving fuel. And of course we can knock down our gear selector and go down through our gears manually. So from 11th into 10th, and go down through our gears manually. Okay, we just try out the 3-stage exhaust brake. Yeah, that's pretty good. That is definitely better than the last Actros for slowing you down. Yeah, that is very good. I'm not touching the brakes at all now. And look at the roundabout. Now I just touched the brakes. So that was pretty good. But of course, remember, we have very little weight on board. So just going into the roundabout. Now it came into the roundabout there at 7th gear. Now that's okay, but sometimes it will be in a higher gear and you're going for the roundabout and whoa, all of a sudden you're looking for the gear. So yeah, just one of the slight faults with the gearbox there, guys. But let's just pretend now we're looking for traffic here and we'll slow right down, okay? Pretend there's traffic on the roundabout. Whoa, we got a gap. And luckily enough, it stayed into 5th gear there. So it only happens on some occasions, not all the time. But let's go up the hill here now and see what it's like. So we're just in normal automatic mode. I could switch it into manual mode and stretch our gears more. So we're in 9th gear, we're in manual mode. Just go up through our revs and you can see on the gear selector there, or the gears, yeah, in the display, that it was telling us to go up the gear. So it was showing us to get up the gear, and 11th gear, and we'll just flick it back into 12th and then press our button and straight back into automatic. So yeah, pretty much exactly the same as the last truck, but yeah, nice truck to drive. The seat is very good seat, nicely holding you in, and I like the seat base as well, nice and comfortable. So yeah, that is pretty much how it drives. It's very nice, comfortable back axle. Of course it would be even more comfortable if it was a 6x2, but this is a 4x2, so yeah, you don't have that extra bit of comfort, but you do have the extra fuel capacity, which is very important. I know a lot of guys that are driving 6x2s and they have one fuel tank and they're filling up every day, some of them, or every 2 days. Yeah, so that would pretty much annoy any driver, having to fill up a truck that often. Yeah, I'm gonna make my way back to base. That is basically how the Mercedes Actros 450 horsepower drives. So that's it, we're back from the drive. Let's just turn it off. So you'll notice all the blue on the dashboard. That's because of the ambient lighting. All these little blue lights dotted all around the cab, on the ceiling there, up above my head and above the windscreen. All these little blue lights, and also on the passenger side footwell area. You'll see them there. And that's where I end it, with the Mercedes-Benz Actros. So what do you guys think of this truck? Would you prefer a Scania, a Volvo, or maybe you would go for the Actros? They are just 3 additional lights the driver put on the truck. But yeah, or maybe you'd prefer an MAN or the Renault Premium. Probably not the Premium, judging on the comments on that video. Yeah, they were pretty harsh. But look guys, all of these trucks have a price, and it all depends on the budget you're willing to spend on your fleet. So try not to be so dismissive of other trucks. This truck, I did like it. Comfortable. It would be nicer, of course, if the gear changes were faster and the cab pitched a bit less. But 2,200 Newton meters of torque, yeah, it would be nice to have a bit more power. But yeah, 449 horsepower to be exact. And your 330 kilowatts. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. The Mercedes-Benz Actros. Yeah, not a bad truck. I will talk to you all again next weekend for another video. Take care and thanks for watching guys. Cheers! And it also features the flat floor on the interior. So we'll have a look all around the outside of the cab first, then we'll hop inside and I'll show